Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano fight following Sunday's race. TJ, how about you start off by telling us what happened on track that kind of fueled this argument, so to speak?
You know, it was a late race restart. We're running the outside, and you know, the outside off of 4 was pretty good. You could really maintain there well, and sometimes beat the guy on the bottom off just because there's a patch there it grips up. It wasn't as good off of 2, but you could really make up some ground off of 4, and we were doing that, and we were starting to inch. We started getting to where another lap or so. I think we were going to clear him, but we come off turn 4 and just get Denny's on the inside of us, and we're just getting our momentum just starting to carry us back by him, and we were probably going to go into one, you know, pretty 3/4 of a car in front of him, but he just keeps coming up like we weren't there, you know, and just runs us in the wall. I don't know if he was driving. I don't know what. I'm sure he was trying to get all he could get as well. And I get that. You're trying. I mean, everything matters right now, but there's a line that you have to stay within your lane still. You can't just run people into the fence. But he'd just come up and we made contact. He ran us all the way into the wall, and we kind of got hooked. We come off a little bit and hit him in the door because when you hit the wall, it kind of hooks you in sometimes, and you're trying to get off of it. But that it flattened our tire, and we eventually spun out and had to fix it, and we were probably going to finish top 5, 3rd to 5th, something like that. And
where'd you end up?
8th.
Okay, so you came all the way back to 8th.
Yeah,
that's a solid recovery.
Well, we were
15 cars probably on the lead lap at that time.
We restarted 14th and got to 8th on the last run.
Okay.
So, yeah, we were able to recover, but I mean, I don't know. There's a big chance of losing a lot of points if we don't get a caution. We're 2 laps down.
Yeah,
easily. You're probably 2 laps, 1.5. You're probably 2 laps down, and that's probably 15 points right there
for sure.
20 points
for sure.
That'd put us out.
Yeah. You couldn't have finished better than 22nd probably with 2 laps down.
But to me, that's. I mean, I don't know, man. You still have to give people room. You know, there's a difference in hard racing and then crossing the line and putting somebody in the fence. But, you know, we just got to pick up and move on. And, you know, we salvage a good day out of it. We'll just go to Texas and Phoenix and worry about ourselves and go there and have enough speed, hopefully win one of them or both of them and race at Homestead for a championship.
There's nothing better than rivalries in NASCAR. It's what we built this whole sport on, and these guys have a rivalry going on. I mean, you look at their comments back and forth at Dover, and now their comments back and forth after the race, which led to Joey kind of taking a little small shove at Denny and walking off as he did it. Denny obviously went back after him. I'm spot on for all that playing out. What I'm spot off for is the crew guy who, in my opinion, maliciously attacked Denny Hamlin from behind, horse-collared him from behind, pulled him backwards at as hard of a pull as you can possibly do on a guy, and in doing so could have slammed Denny's head into the asphalt, could have re-injured Denny's back, and could have ended his season. And when we have a guy that's making $50,000 a year, we don't need him throwing around $10 million guys. Like TJ and I were talking earlier, Denny Hamlin is a franchise guy. So is Joey Logano. He's a franchise guy. This guy is not a franchise guy, and he's bringing himself into the conversation in a very poor way. And it was equivalent to me of a sucker punch. If I'm NASCAR, I have a big fine and I have a big suspension. If I'm Penske, I call this guy in on the carpet and I really score his butt. I mean, Roger Penske just won some big medal from the White House, from the president himself. So if you're going to and there's not a more clean and crisp culture in the NASCAR community than what we have with Penske. I mean, they are really and TJ, I'll tell you this. I mean, the crew guys are held to a high standard on what they wear on the plane, what they wear at the racetrack, what their facial hair looks like. This guy's actions are against everything that Penske stands for, in my mind, having been around Roger himself and having seen how they all conduct themselves. I've been in business meetings with Bud Dempke. That's just not how they roll. So I can't see right now that they'd be real happy with how this whole thing played out. It's very unfortunate that we're 2 weeks in a row in a situation where a crew guy is involved with a driver situation, and we have got to stop this. There's a fine line between breaking it up and defending your driver versus attacking the other driver. And when we see a driver get pulled down by his throat in the Xfinity Series. That's not good either. And this is even worse than that week. So NASCAR has to correct this wrong, and these crew guys have to stop putting their hands. Look, it's all right if you go up and hold them back. It's all right if you try to break it up. This is creating another fight in my mind, because now it's creating a fight between Denny and this crew guy. So more crew guys are going to get in. Like, it was a bad situation. I'm thankful Denny's okay, because, man, that looked bad on TV.
Yeah, I don't I don't ever want to see, the drivers get hurt, like that. That's not what we need at all. So I think it could have been handled better all across the board there. I mean, starting with the on-track stuff. This never happens if you don't put somebody in the wall, and I don't think Joey went over there looking for a fight to begin with. I think he was frustrated, and he should be. You just got run into the fence. But there's, we can handle stuff better, and but on the Texas, man, I don't.
You got to look forward. I mean, the best golf players in the world, they forget their last bad shot. You got to focus forward, and obviously Joey's always been in the middle of these situations, for whatever reason. It's because he races hard. He's an aggressive guy, and he doesn't put up with any crap on the track.
But there's also a difference between racing hard
and racing stupid
and getting put in the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a difference between that, in my opinion. So
yeah,
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Once again, basically the playoffs. There's tons
and that's
of emotion.
This doesn't happen.
It's really cool that these are the storylines that, like, everybody is just so. I mean, the tension is high for everyone.
Yeah. If you're an anti-playoff fan in NASCAR, you're crazy.
Yep.
You need to be mentally evaluated.
Yeah, I think Joey just wanted an apology too, and Denny wasn't willing to give it. And Denny's not perfect by any means either. He went up to Chase Elliott and told him he was getting hit from behind when he wasn't getting hit from behind. He drove in there and wrecked him. So, but these guys are racing hard, man. That's Martinsville short track, and if we have more short tracks, you'll see a lot more of this too. So,
crew guys aren't going to stay out of this because they're going to protect their guy. They're going to protect their guy.
They're working day in and day out.
On
they
these
are
cars.
probably exhausted.
And it's okay. Look, man, everything that we were told after the incident at Phoenix with Jeff Gordon was, hey, all you crew guys that were running toward that hauler, it's fine that y'all were fighting each other, but if y'all got your hands on Jeff Gordon, you'd have been in serious trouble. Well, guess what? This guy got his hands on our version now of Jeff Gordon.
Crew guys have a lot of time invested in
I don't really know if Jeff Gordon and Denny are Denny's Jeff Gordon.
Well, he's certainly not Jeff Gordon, but he is.
Easy now.
It's the idea
he's that guy.
Yep.
Like
I get what you're saying.
I know you're buddies, but geez, dude.
I was looking at I just read an article from Steve O'Donnell, and he said, I think in this case you had a crew member who I think honestly didn't realize the force with which he made that move. Dude, you think guys are hitting home runs and not swinging hard? That guy knew the force in which he was coming in there with. I don't know how many fights Steve O'Donnell's been in. I have unfortunately been in several growing up where I grew up and then going to the Redneck University of South Carolina.
You think that guy,
know when a fight's going on what your intent is, and it's either A, to break it up, or it's B, to beat somebody's ass. This guy went in there to beat Denny's ass.
I think he was trying to break it up. Was he a little too forceful with it? He probably was.
He definitely tried to break it up.
If he wanted to fight Denny, he would have fought him. In my opinion, Denny was in there trying to throw punches, and he pulled him back. And was it probably a little too hard?
He didn't pull him back.
Well, was it too hard?
There's
Probably.
a big difference in pulling back and horse collar slamming somebody down.
But in spur of the moment things, you're just trying to. You're trying to separate it and get it back.
You're either being aggressive or you're not, and this guy was being aggressive. That's the way fights happen.
The guy he grabbed was being aggressive.
Yeah, but you can't worry about that guy. You got to worry about yourself.
Yeah. Well, regardless, I think it could have been handled better across the board.
I think NASCAR sets a precedent for don't do this again with this guy.
We'll see.
That's a shame because the last guy should have.
I don't disagree with that.
Spotting is hard, but moving is even harder.
But we can make it easy. Use OfferPad or OfferPad.com to sell your home, and TJ is going to load up the truck and help you move your stuff.
No, OfferPad will help you move, and that's no joke.
OfferPad.com. Move freely.